The undefeated unified champion Anthony Joshua will add another chapter to his growing legacy when he returns to the ring at Wembley, the scene of his greatest career triumph in April 2017 against Vladimir Klitschko. The man standing in his way on September 22nd will be WBA mandatory challenger Alexander Povetkin.
So that doesn't bother you, all the talk of Wilder, this being a potential banana skin, I guess, the upsets in heavyweight history, littered with them, of course, at Wembley Arena, Lennox Lewis losing to Oliver McCall in a fight everybody thought he was going to win. It's just about Alexander Povetkin for you and Rob. It's just concentrating on him.
Not anymore. It was that before. I used to concentrate on the opponents, and as I said, it was always worrying about what was next. So I'd be like, I don't want to make no mistakes with this opponent. And I started boxing within myself. I stopped expressing myself and, my potential to go on and be a great heavyweight champion. Even though I have these titles, it's about proving your stock worth every time you fight. And now it's not just about Povetkin, it's not just about Wilder. It's about me, my legacy, and reaching my potential. So all comers are welcome. And as I said, in this chapter where my mindset is different because I understand what I'm involved in, Alexander is the first person on my list.
He's technically very good. He's got good power as well. He's got a very good jab that's underrated. So Anthony and myself will take him deadly serious. We'll prepare diligently for the challenge, and we expect a real challenge on September 22nd.
Anthony Joshua is the red-hot favourite to win this fight with fans and the bookies alike, in part because of the natural advantages that he does have over the smaller and older Povetkin. Let's go through the tale of the tape. Anthony Joshua, 28 years old. He is 6'6" tall with an 82-inch reach. He is currently 21-0 as a professional, and he holds 3 of the 4 major titles at heavyweight, as well as the IBO belt. His recent form includes a points win over Joseph Parker, and before that a win over Carlos Takam in October 2017. Povetkin is 11 years older than Anthony Joshua at 39. He is listed at 6'2" inches tall and has a 75-inch reach. So the Russian is giving up 4 inches of height and 7 inches in reach. Povetkin is currently 34-1, with his sole loss coming to Vladimir Klitschko in 2013. He was bullied in that fight by Klitschko, who was given a lot of leeway by the referee to get away with some dirty tactics. His recent form includes a knockout win over David Price in March 2017 on the undercard of Joshua's last fight against Joseph Parker. Before that, he outpointed Christian Hammer in December 2017. Anthony Joshua and Alexander Povetkin have both had 10 weeks for training camp. Alexander Povetkin, he has been in his homeland of Russia. Footage and updates from his camp has been rather limited, but Povetkin does look to be in good shape, as he'll need to be, and he could weigh in around 225 to 227 pounds. That is in the weight range where he has performed well in his career before, and a couple of pounds lighter than the David Price fight. He does look in better condition now than the 229 for that Price fight. One of the few stories to come out of the Russians' camp is the top quality sparring he's been getting from some of the division's best prospects. From left to right in this photo: Alexander Zarkozy, Peter Milas, amateur Vladimir Katsuk, who has previously been in camp with Vladimir Klitschko, Daniel Dubois, Vladislav Surenko. Povetkin, he looks ready, and judging by this training footage, he will be looking to land one of his signature hooks, a punch that could be very dangerous for Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, meanwhile, has been posting quite a lot of footage on his social media channels and via his promoter's Matchroom. I'll start with the weight issue, as it's always a hot topic of conversation where Joshua's career is concerned. On the left, Joshua a year ago for the Carlos Takam fight at his career heaviest weight, 254 pounds. On the right, a shot from Joshua's September media day. The contrast between the two is stark. Joshua looks much leaner now than he once was. For his fight with Joseph Parker, he looked similar to today, weighing 242 pounds for that fight. And he looks like he will weigh similar again, or potentially even a few pounds lighter. The slimmed down Joshua, he moves better, and he was taking the distance against Parker, although the New Zealander sparingly put Joshua's chin to the test in that fight, so whether punch resistance has been affected from slimming down, it's unclear. He looks very sharp on the pads here. He's looking very fluid. He looks in tremendous shape. And should he lose, it won't be for lack of trying, a lack of work in the gym. Joshua's camp has featured a lot of training you might expect, but also a dash of the unexpected to help hone his reflexes, coordination, and to push his stamina. The 28-year-old has also been training to deal with Alexander Povetkin's pressure, something he will have to mitigate in the fight. Joshua himself has had some top-level sparring too in his camp, with the likes of rising prospect Martin Bakole on the left and European champion Ajit Kabial on the right giving him work. Whether those two can specifically mimic or mirror Povetkin's tendencies is unclear. As September 22nd has drawn closer, Anthony Joshua has stepped up his rhetoric about what is going to happen in the ring, and that he is even looking past Alexander Povetkin. Joshua knows there's an expectation and the weight of a nation on his shoulders that a knockout is coming. Something he failed to do in his last performance, which was measured and conservative by his own standards. And the Brit has not shied away from saying, "I'm going back to the old me, going guns blazing. I've got to dismantle Povetkin with ease. I'm going to walk through him." At his media day, he elaborated even further, saying he was going to go in there, have fun, don't be cautious because it's ruining my aggressive style. Go out there and take out Povetkin, like I would do with any other opponent. Maybe I will box and keep it simple. Maybe I will keep a tight guard and go pound for pound, trade for trade. The reason I say that is because I'm versatile. I can keep it long or slug it out. It depends what I analyze from my opponent. I analyze them punch by punch, and I switch up my style as the rounds go on. But Joshua, he is also wary of the upset, saying he could swing a sweet left hook. Boom, lights out, history changes. That's enough pressure in itself because you know what the backlash that comes with. The heavyweight division's a puncher's game. One punch can change the course of history, so that's what keeps my eyes on the prize. Like snakes and ladders, 1 foot wrong and you slide back down to the bottom of the pecking order. But the end goal for Anthony Joshua is a win by any means. And from Joshua's own mouth, he wants the knockout, which will help serve to feed the hype machine, which has been slowing down a notch of late after a premature stoppage over Carlos Takam and a points win over Joseph Parker earlier in 2018. In the dialing back of the hype, it has been noticeable for this fight. There haven't been as many stories, there haven't been as many videos made, not as many people are talking about this fight as previous Anthony Joshua fights. And it's also illustrated by Joshua's promoter Eddie Hearn telling the media that just over a week from fight night, more than 10,000 tickets remained unsold, whereas previous fights were much quicker to sell out. Eddie Hearn has admitted his aggravation. The pressure is on Anthony Joshua to perform and do what nobody has ever done to Alexander Povetkin in the pro ranks: knock him out. Povetkin, meanwhile, he has few expectations on him beyond those from his own fans. He's been training diligently, and he's quoted as saying, "There is never any thoughts about losing. I just think about coming into the ring and winning. I do everything for that." Who is going to win? Will Anthony Joshua stop Alexander Povetkin, walk through him, or will Povetkin prove to be a banana skin type fight?